Hello you guys and welcome to another how to improve on video. Today we are looking at Zeratul, and I don't know why the recording is so bad as it is.
Alright, I'm giving you 10 seconds.
Just stå der lidt. Hello you guys and welcome to another how to improve on video. My name is Zetallon and today we are looking at Zeratul, and the first game is on Blackheart's Bay. Zeratul is the first hero that I gravitated towards in this particular game. His character in StarCraft 2 is one of the most it's one of these characters that you will always remember. However, here in Heroes of the Storm, he doesn't play that big a role as he does in StarCraft. In StarCraft, he has this prophet-like role that he is the one who tries to find a way to save the people. He's the Moses of the Protoss race. In here, he's a stealth character. If you compare him to Nova, he is a more difficult stealth character to learn because he's melee. He functions a lot like Valera, but not on the account that he can choose when he is or is not in stealth mode. More like he's more often revealed than Nova is, because Nova has to be strategic. When am I going to fire my Q ability? Where do I position in this instance and such? Where Zeratul is more like I need to be able to go in and pick up a kill right away in order to be any value for my team. And this means that he is often more targeted by AoE abilities. I don't think that Zeratul is a full-on approach kind of hero. Mainly because he doesn't have the health pool for it, and he has very few options in order to improve his health pool. This is his biggest drawback, that he has to go back a lot and tap health, wealth a lot in order to get regain health, and that makes him a kind of a pokey character. Has to jump in, get out, jump in again, because if he's focused down, then you're simply just dead. There's no way out of that. A bit crowd control, and he's a gunner. The first ability I chose was Vorpal Blade, and I think that I'm going for Grim Task in this particular game. Yeah. There is one build on Icy Veins that is viable at this point. And that is spell damage auto attack build. As you can see, he's really good at poking. that is one of his strong suits, because he can keep just interrupting channeling and be a nuisance. He does that really good. Oh, really well. It really depends on what kind of grammar you're preferring, you guys. But as I was talking about, the build on Icy Veins that is deemed viable is the auto attack and ability build. And now this should be a loss, but I can just keep poking. Now they have a variant, so that makes it a bit more difficult. Now they decided that they would rather try to find me. And we get to poke a lot in this particular scenario, and that's really fun. However, not every character on our team is able to poke for that huge amount of time. Oh, damn it.
Looks like your enemies all paid up. Fire, you blackguard!
The level 4 talent that I picked for this particular scenario is not viable, and here's why. Zeratul is particularly easy to kill if you're not, if you haven't mastered him. He's so easy to kill. So the ability power that you're building up, and which I'm trying to go for here, just won't stack long enough. Whereas if you empower your basic attacks on the basis of you using ability powers, then you are guaranteed some extra damage. I think that one of the most difficult things as a Zeratul is to know when are you supposed to lane and when are you supposed to go around and kill people. Most of the time you're expected to go around and kill people, but unfortunately it is like this. If the enemy team doesn't have any squishy characters that you can get easy access to, you can't kill them. And I went in there because I wanted to save Valera from just dying. It was a good idea to kill the Abathur, but we needed to make sure that she could get out of it too. So that's why I jumped in there. The problem in this game is that we have two stealthers. And this becomes a problem because one stealther can be really good, two stealthers not so much, because they are what we can call hero player killers. They focus on getting the last shot in, the last shot of burst damage in, to kill all of the enemy heroes. And this comment is not to be salty, but it's to raise awareness to. We're not level 10 yet. Why are you insisting on fighting these guys? It's something that I see a lot, and not just in quick match, but also in Hero League, and I just simply don't get it. Why would you pick a fight when they have the most powerful talent, and you don't? And I could have written it in a more positive way and say, guys, don't fight them when we don't have level 10 yet. But I was actually curious because I played this game for 3 years now. And it is the absolute basic that you don't engage in a team fight where they are level 10 and you're not.
Your core is under attack.
So I think it's important to ask these questions because it's the basic knowledge, and if they don't have that basic knowledge, then the only way that they can improve on their game is to
Let's skip the treasure hunt.
have a very skeptic question for that. But again, it's not to be salty. It's really in order to raise some awareness about what you are supposed to do. I can't see what they are writing. I'm very sorry about that, guys. I thought that the quality of this video would be better, but clearly it's not. And so I think they said that they should report me for something, and I'm not entirely certain of what. And this is something that I want to make a comment on. In this video, I'm going to make it very short because it's not something that needs to be. It's not something that we need to focus a whole lot on right now. But reporting doesn't improve skill rating. I've never seen someone get reported and then the next time they went into a quick match or a hero league, they were so much better.
I'll take it.
It's like, well, I got reported, so I had to play these 2 games with other people who got reported. So now I am so much better at this game. I have never seen that. If there's something you are, if there's something that you are not satisfied with, then you should always say, could you do this instead, or could you try that instead? People get so mad instead of being constructive, and that's a shame. It's not something that I experience every game, fortunately, but I remember when I played League of Legends, it was just, oh, he's so bad, go kill yourself. It was so toxic that you never had fun playing the game because people were such assholes. And report this person is not really that bad. But you should at least say why. Why do you want to report me? Because then there's maybe some constructive criticism. Well, you're not team fighting as much as you should, or you're not utilizing your abilities quite well enough, or whatever it could be.
That one's not getting up. To the locker with you.
And I will agree on that this particular Zeratul game is not a particularly good one. But I wanted to play Zeratul because he was the first character that I fell in love with in this game, and I loved playing him back then. Once in a while, I have this this urgent desire to become really good at him so I can play him. But truth be told, I don't think that he is the most viable hero. He's one of the 33 or 34 heroes that is deemed good, but I can't see why he is particularly good. To be quite honest, I think maybe Valera is a better pick if you want a stealther. I'm not entirely certain, but that's at least what I think. That he has one thing that I know that he does better than Valera is he has more team fight potential with his Void Prison. He can set up some mean wombo combos. If, for instance, a Void Prison Mosh Pit or a Void Prison Apocalypse, so that you stop them from moving, and then you can put that immense crowd control into the team fight and just close down the Void Prison in that exact second where the stun will happen. That's where he becomes really strong. But on his own, and that counts for most stealthers. On their own, they don't necessarily do really good. Stealthers are best at killing off other heroes.
Your enemy destroyed a key.
And I mean, I get some kills in this game, no doubt about that, but they're not meaningful and impactful enough to make a difference.
Your core is under attack. You know what? Treasure for everybody.
And that would be GG.
Defeat.
Yeah. Let's see how we fare in the next game, shall we? See you guys in a bit. Alright, we find ourselves on the Sky Temple after the longest loading screen I have ever seen.
Oh, look at this team. We're gonna do great.
From the shadows they shall fall.
We're going for Vorpal Blade in... oh my god, only reds?
Temple opens in 10 seconds.
Don't know what that means.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god!
Your battle begins.
We are... our entire team is made out of stealthers. I didn't see that.
I serve the Zetallon. I will fulfill my calling.
Well, we got one kill.
I'll take more where that came from.
So this is going to be a challenging game. Because we need to kill the opposing team before we get the temples. Gotcha.
Nice work.
I'm going mid. Let's see what help down here. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. But we got the variant. And this means that their tank is set out of the competition for the temples, at least for a little while. I would have preferred not to die myself in that process, but you win some, you lose some. I'm going for combo slash because I want to deal as much damage in as how do you say that? I want to deal a lot of damage really fast. Grab him! You have him?
Now the rest.
Go away. Yeah, I'm going back. Did I just get her? I got her!
Don't think I'll just let you die.
Well, I saw the bomb sticking to me, so I thought, well, what the hell? I'm just going to port back to her and see if something happens. And I did kill her, because I thought that the bomb would kill me. Sadly, it didn't, so I just wasted my life for hers.
Will not falter. I will not wait.
And it's an even trade, but when you are ahead on XP, you don't want even trades. You want to survive the encounters. I'm going bot to soak some XP. So during this week, I tried to improve on Zeratul. Zeratul was the first character that I gravitated towards, and he's the first level 10 character that I acquired. Okay, out. We are going for a wormhole, so we can pop in, kill something, and pop out again.
Hesitate.
Some of them are dying up top. I think this is a pretty casual game. I don't see anyone on the opposing team. There's Murky.
I think we could use some mercs.
The light of the sun grows within the temples. Soon they shall bask in my glory.
And I am getting out.
Honor commands.
My magic flows.
Damn it.
God,
Gotcha.
calm it.
Let's do it together.
Damn. I think we got in too early. I could have got the kill. Butter.
Oh, nice one.
I'm very fortunate that this is a pretty successful social game. Oh, the Murky is killing top.
That was awesome.
I have to see if Murky has got. No, he went for a fishy deal. So I am going to see if I can find his egg.
Hey, that looks hard. Need some
Until
help?
I choose
We're going for Void Prison.
a pity. The hero came back.
No variant is mid. I see it.
Fate demands this one's death.
You can kill him. Yep.
An Undine Rashagal.
That was teamwork. I don't have a whole lot of mana. And the one that I have, I'm used to getting out. Double kill! Like a boss.
Killing
And we got her too.
decent.
And we're going back, because we have no mana and only half a health bar left. So this is the ideal Zeratul game. Jumping around, killing the enemy
They shall
fast and furious. However, it's rare that I have these types of games. But this was the type of games that made me gravitate towards Zeratul. I really like Zeratul.
Guardians, do not let these mortals approach them.
Zeratul is not the best for holding objectives like the temples, but we have to make an effort nonetheless. Because we don't have a whole lot of heroes that can hold a temple well.
Your enemy has destroyed.
And I can hold it for as long as I have the health for it. Oh! I actually got it. Well played, Zetallon. Well played. We're going for mending strikes, basically because we deal 40% additional damage every time we use an ability before an auto attack, and we need some kind of self-heal because we can't rely on Lucio all the time. Why am I not cleaning this up? I will do that now.
You have stolen enough of my temple's power. Return to your
We're still a level ahead, and that's really good. We are 2 forts ahead.
Anyone else think we could use some mercs?
They are all ganging up on him, and I don't know if I can help him. I could! I did it! And I am paying the price for it now. Yeah, I'm paying the price for it. But I saved the Haka. I was the hero that the Haka needed. And we're still ahead on level. So that's it's alright. We can manage. No problem.
From the void.
Our Lucio is pretty inactive right now.
Fire will be restored.
What mending strikes will allow us to, in addition to just heal, is that we can hold the objectives a lot more efficiently. Because we get healed for each auto attack.
That was your force. It seems a hero has taken my advice.
I had to get out of that. And we're going to kill the Varian. And that's it. And we are going for Warp Blade Master. Sorry, Master Warp Blade. Alright. I'm sorry about the sunlight. I didn't think the sun would come out today. Just a second, guys. Well, the vampire I am doesn't really do well with sunlight, so I thought it might be better to get rid of it. As you can see, we are faring pretty well against the objectives right now, and that's a huge advantage in this particular setup, because nope.
find something else to fight over.
I can get out.
You have some skill, it's true.
None shall evade my wrath.
Well, I think I got him out. No! Oh, I got him. And now we're going back. So a pretty decent game. We're doing pretty well.
I will fulfill my
Yes, I'm on my way up top. I don't think this is a game where we can just even justify taking the boss just a little.
Enemy slain. Killing spree.
Oh, well, maybe, yeah. The traitor will be dead for quite a while. And if we could kill Lucio, that would be really freaking tastic. No, I died. We couldn't do that. So, no boss for us. Let's see how we're doing. 4 deaths, 10 takedowns. That's pretty good. And we're actually following pretty well on XP contribution as well. Oh, the Haka! Balira! Well, I think maybe we can manage. I'm not entirely certain, but I think we can manage. Uh, 15 seconds till I'm up. We don't want him to kill our Lucio. Pretty pleased. They're level 20. And that kills Nova. No, come back, Muggy!
My temple's power has been expanded. You are stronger than I believed.
And I think that we're going for Gifted Salnaga. What's happening up top? Oh yeah, I see.
Your keep is but wreckage. Your core is unbeaten.
Yeah, we've lost this one. There's no way out of that. Good game, well played. So that was Zeratul. I know I didn't have anything new to put on the table. He has not changed a whole lot. And he's quite decent for a stealth character, but I don't think that... Well, in this setup he was maybe the most decently
MVP.
Stealth character, but I still think that you should think very carefully about taking a stealther. A 41% of teams kills. That's pretty good, and that's what Zeratul does. He kills the opposing team's heroes, but he is absolutely best against squishies. So 3 tips for Zeratul. He is really difficult to master. He's a difficult character. So we will just go to see his kit, because there's some things that this is the way you can improve on him. Alright, so whether you slip into shadows or wormhole, you have to be able to learn the extent of this of these traits. Zeratul's strongest suits is his mobility. So know when to use wormhole to get in and out. You know when to use slip into shadow. I am most fond of wormhole. It's a really good skill, and I know that there's a huge upside to slip into shadow, but Zeratul's strongest suit again is his mobility. So you don't want an increased cooldown on blink. You want that if in anything you would like to have that reduced, and you can do that with Shadow Hunter. You can reduce it by 1 second, but then you won't get Vorpal Blade. Vorpal Blade is really good to get that final hit on the enemy characters, and it's also a teleport utility skill, or skill, talent was the word that I was looking for. So know how to use your teleportation. Know when to go in is the next thing, because he's a really squishy character, and if they have crowd control or they have an absurd amount of damage, don't go in. If they have a plan that is tearing your team apart, don't go in. But at the same time, do know when to go in. Don't be don't be afraid of going in, because then you become this kind of passive, inactive Zeratul, and then you are no benefit for the team. Last but not least, don't be afraid of going out of stealth in order to get an objective or laning. Because Zeratul is able to lane. He's not the strongest laner, but he can lane pretty efficiently on his own if need be, and you need to contribute to that XP pool of your team. So that's Zeratul, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and I will see you guys next time.